Well, when I was a child in Brooklyn, I was about your age. We lived very close to the water, and it seemed very rural, and there was this area called the creek. And my friends and I would always go to the creek. We were 10, 11, 12 years old, and just have a great time. So one afternoon when I was coming back with my friend Joe Lavin, we were walking back from the creek. A garbage truck went, and it was picking up large items. And we noticed in the back there was this green boat. And we ran up to the garbage man and said, "Hey, what is that you got there? You gonna throw it away?" And he said, "Get out of here, kid." We said, "Can we have it?" And he said, "No." And then we checked in our pockets, and we each had $2. So we said, "How about $4? We'll give you $4. And they stopped the truck, and he said, "All right, kid, get out of here. You didn't get this from us, and just don't drown in it." And it was really cool. It was like, I don't know, 14 feet long, 12 feet long. We were gonna paint it. We had great plans for this. We had dreams of going out in the kayak down in the creek with our bow and arrows and shooting ducks. That was our dream. I talked to Grandma and Grandpa about how I was gonna fix this up, and they thought that was great. The next day, Joe showed up, my friend Joe Levin. He showed up with a can of blue paint. We took the can of paint and we painted the kayak blue. It looked really cool. Mother and father had to go out because they were buying a piece of property out in Northport. I was at the house after school, and my grandmother and grandfather were watching my 3 younger siblings. They were very concerned with them, what they were doing, and Joe Lavin and I decided, well, let's take the kayak down to the creek. We got it to the creek, and this other friend we knew, this Drew McAuliffe, he had an oar. I got to go out in it, and then Joe got to go out in it, and then all of a sudden, these guys, Elwood and Bowie McCorvey, they were in a speedboat, zipping around in the creek. They wanted to use the kayak, and we said no. They kept splashing, And then this other guy came down. His name was Patrick Ryan, and he had a motorcycle jacket on. He was a big, tough guy, and he wanted to go in the boat. And we said no. Then he went in the boat. Just then, I see this car pull up by the creek. And it's my grandmother and my grandfather, and they were looking for me. And boy, I'm gonna get in trouble. He didn't say very much, but he walked down and he saw Patrick Ryan out in the boat, and he just waved his finger, and Patrick Ryan took the kayak back. And my grandfather could tell that Patrick Ryan had probably been drinking. Grandfather pulled a flask of whiskey out of his pocket of his motorcycle jacket and threw it down on the ground, and it broke. And he got Patrick Ryan to carry the kayak up to the street. There were these other guys there, other kids there, who lived near Joe Lavin, and they agreed to buy the kayak from us. They were going to pay us, I think we had paid $4 for it. I think they were going to pay us $8 for the kayak. They gave us $4, but we never got the other $4. I got in trouble. Because they said, we trusted you, and you're the oldest one, and Grandma and Grandpa had to watch the other kids, and then they come back and they see you're gone and the kayak's gone, and I got all that guilt stuff about, stuff I did. So I learned from that you really, if people, expect you to do something, you should try to live up to that, and so that's my little story. Is that what you need to know, stuff like that? I can tell you more stuff too, but that's...
No, thank you.